free access to all print material.
Do you think book banning should be allowed?
No,
Why?
because this is supposed to be the land of the free, and I mean, you don't have to agree with what someone is saying to respect their right to say whatever they please, or to respect my right to read whatever I please.
Book banning is a serious issue, not only in the States but around the world. However, in America, books can only be banned on a local level. Who bans or challenges books, you might ask? Well, libraries, schools, entire towns, and in the past, the United States government. We rely on those who take notice of banned books and protest to get them put back on the shelf. But honestly, all too commonly, it goes unnoticed. Let's take a look at some of the books that have been banned or challenged frequently in the past. First example, The Color Purple by Alice Walker. It was challenged by Burke County Schools in Morgantown, North Carolina in 2008 by parents who were concerned about the homosexuality, rape, and incest portrayed in the book. Also, 1984 by George Orwell. It was challenged numerous times on the grounds that it contains communist and sexual content. Also, Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck. It was challenged in 2005 in Illinois because the book contained racial slurs, profanity, violence, and does not represent traditional values. Let's look at some of the statistics of book banning in the United States.
Books are banned every day and everywhere. As previously stated, books in the United States are not banned on a national level. The case differs in other parts of the world. In Middle Eastern countries, when a book is usually banned, it means the book has to be removed from every bookstore and library shelf. This summer, when I was in Beirut, I went to the Virgin Megastore, a very famous chain store that sells varieties of books and music. I asked someone to help me find the Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie, and I was shocked to find out that it has been banned. This triggered an urge to explore the reasons behind book banning in the Middle East. It came to my surprise that the Da Vinci Code by Dan Brown was banned in Lebanon because of the depiction of Jesus Christ marrying Mary Magdalene and also being a father of a child. President of Lebanon's Catholic Information Center, Father Abdu Abu Qasim, said the book was insulting towards Christianity. While religious leaders might be outraged by the Da Vinci Code, others were shocked by the absurd decision of banning the book. For instance, Ahmed Fadlallah Asi, the head of Lebanon's Publishers Union, said, "Salman Rushdie is forgotten in the annals of history, whereas Islam stayed on, and Dan Brown will go too, and Christianity will stay on." People are different, and what a religious Christian or a priest believes in is obviously different from Dan Brown's views. But does that mean that he sinned and we should prevent the world from welcoming new ideas and reading his book? I was especially curious to explore why the Satanic Verses by Salman Rushdie sparked riots and created controversies not only in the Middle East, but also in places like India, Pakistan, South Africa, and even in England for a short while. The Satanic Verses is regarded to be offensive towards Islam. For instance, Prophet Muhammad was referred to as a Mahound in the book, which is the medieval name for the devil. According to an article on Times magazine in 1989, 5 people died in Pakistan during the riots, and 60 were injured in India. The book was banned in Japan, and anyone who broke the rule was sent to jail. As for the Middle East, the book was banned in every Arab country. In fact, in Iran, the previous religious leader Ayatollah Khomeini condemned Salman Rushdie to death and claimed to offer $1 million on his head. Does expressing ideas different from the norm means threatening the author's life and even civilians? Overcoming Zionism by Joel Koval angered the Zionists in Israel because in his book he opposes the existence of the Israeli state alone. He encourages democracy between Israel and Palestine. They attempted to exert pressure on the University of Michigan Press from releasing the book. If some people choose to limit their knowledge to certain subjects, then it is their choice, but those who are curious and are willing to explore new ideas should not be oppressed.
Familiar with book banning? I don't hear a whole lot about it, but yeah, I'm familiar with the idea.
Do you know about any books that have been banned in the United States?
I know that there are a lot of places that ban anything by George Orwell, anything by Kurt Vonnegut, like Fahrenheit 451, Lolita, great American classics that people just don't want their kids reading and things like that. So yeah.
Do you think book banning should be allowed?
No,
Why?
because this is supposed to be the land of the free, and I mean, you don't have to agree with what someone is saying to respect their right to say whatever they please, or to respect my right to read whatever I please.
Right. So people haven't been really respecting the First Amendment, which is the freedom of speech.
Yeah.
Do you have any other views about it?
Well, I don't think that there's any harm in solely transmitting information. I don't think that there should ever be anything that is completely inaccessible by anyone as far as information goes. So I am entirely against the whole concept.
Thank you very much. Do you support book banning, and do you think the local libraries or public libraries should have the power to ban books?
I do not personally support book banning in any shape or form. I don't believe censorship is right, but I think that you shouldn't revoke that power from the local libraries. The centralized government should not tell the libraries what they should and should not have in the library. The local libraries should have the ability to choose. I believe in power on a local level, and I do not want all the power in the centralized government.
Well, but don't you think if we allow the local libraries to censor books or ban books, it will prevent access of information to the students and people who would like to read those books?
I feel like if they desire to read the books, they can access it in many shapes. A lot of those books are available for free online, and you can just simply buy them from Amazon if you desire to get that information.
Thank you.